related to my next guest, but we fight like siblings. Please welcome brilliant comedian who I love to pieces, but who makes me fucking crazy, Bill Burr.
Thanks. I thought we got along great.
No, we love each other. But you have to, we always fight. We fight often.
No, because I go on stage and then you try to correct my jokes.
I don't try to correct your jokes.
Yeah, you do. You're like,
sometimes...
but what if you said if the woman did this because of this? And
that was one time, and I admit I was being aggressive.
Micro.
It was a microaggression.
Microaggressive, yeah.
Sometimes I read interviews with you, and you talk about everything you hate, and if you added it all up, you would get me. But somehow we love each other. Am I correct in saying that? I think that you love me. Because every time we fight, as I'm driving home, I get a text from you that says, you know I love you, right? And I go, yeah, I love you too.
That isn't me. I've never said, you know,
Are you fucking serious?
Well, my memory isn't good, but I don't remember doing that.
I'll show you.
What, you save them?
I can't believe you're... No, text just exists. Yeah, I press save on my text. What kind of phone do you have?
No, I like delete them after a while. What are you saving it for?
You delete texts?
Yeah.
Oh, I never do because all our friends die and then it's all you have left.
How many of you had?
Die?
I'm up, I counted.
I have a huge list.
I'm 30. 30.
Yeah.
Get something funny out of that.
That's what you do. I'm not good at that. I'm not good in the mom.
All right. I do like you, and I always feel like you're frustrated with me.
I fucking love you.
Look at my posture right now. I'm as far over into this chair as I can possibly be. I just feel like
I
kind of came here to hang out and have a good time, and you just like that intro was just like, yeah. It was
I thought you'd like that.
I fucking hate this guy. He's a douchebag, but he came down here. I mean, that's how I heard it.
I think that's how you hear a lot of things. Do you ever hear this? If it's hysterical, it's historical. So I think, like, things trigger you, make you fucking crazy. And it maybe means something like it comes from something from your childhood or something, like the ticking time bomb that your dad was, or things like that that were out of your control, and you don't like feeling out of control or people telling you what to do. That's my theory.
This feels
this is so uncomfortable for you.
It feels like
an
emotional intervention.
All right.
No, I'm trying to be, no, my big thing, only thing I'm really working on in my life is I'm trying not to snap as much. Like, it's like, I just have a fucking temper, man, and I don't know how to, like, it's just my natural. I'm driving over here, I snapped like 5 times. This guy had the audacity to slow down and make a right onto the street he wanted to go onto. And all of a sudden, I just found myself just going like, oh, what the fuck? Really? Really? Fucking asshole? Just go. Like, why do you turn so slow? And then I talk myself out of it. It's like, he probably lives on that street, Bill.
Yeah.
His kids could be playing out in the yard. So I've gotten to the point where I still snap, but I sort of talk to myself afterwards. So I don't know if that's better or if I'm slowly going insane.
But the one thing I would say that is a trait we both, I don't like to be told what to do.
No.
My instinct is always fuck you, a little bit.
Yeah, my instinct is fuck this.
But
like,
I
walk out. Like, I went to, this is so embarrassing. I went to someplace, I was some fucking airport, and I can't even remember what I ordered. It was some avocado toast with like salmon on it or some shit, right? So I order it, and I'm standing there for like 15 fucking minutes, and I'm watching these, like, one person's making it, and then they just like gave up, and then somebody else came over, and it's like forever, and I'm just standing there, and she got mad at me, so she starts saying all that. We have to put it through the toaster like 2 times. We have to get the avocado out. She started like breaking the thing down. And I was standing there, I got so mad. I'd already paid for it, and a banana. And I just said, fuck this. I just walked away, still hungry, and then I ate the banana, and it was overripe, and it was all mushy, and I threw it out. It was like 17 bucks down the tubes. And I just remember, I'd rather be fucking hungry than have one more fucking interaction with somebody that described to me how to make salmon avocado toast and act like they were pouring the foundation of a fucking house. And it's just like, I fucking hate people. I fucking hate people that hate their job. And especially a shit job. And it's like, this is why you're fucking here. I had this job. I fucking crushed it. I crushed it. I was a dishwasher. I was a cook. I did all of this shit. I fucking crushed it. I'm not saying this is the only skill this person fucking has, but it's just like, if you're not gonna try at this because you think you deserve a better fucking job, when you get that, you're gonna be an arrogant ass and you're not gonna be fun to work for. I thought all of that over fucking avocado toast.
I think that we're not so different, but I could be wrong. You feel that I feel I've got you figured out, and you're right.
I just think you like me.
I do like
you. You like me, but we can be different, still like each other.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't like being told what to do, but I do like changing with the times or something. I don't really resist that. I feel like you resist that a little more, but ultimately you do change with the times.
Okay.
You thought I was wrapping it up. I fucking ripped another.
No, I feel like with you, there's this person you want me to be. So you keep telling me that I'm this fucking guy that I'm not.
Who's the guy you think you are?
I don't know. I don't know who sent you those texts.
I'm gonna fucking post them. No, I won't.
Okay.
I remember driving home and you being like, you know I love you. And I was like, I love you too. Does not ring a bell at all.
When the way you just did it, it did. This was one of my favorite interviews. I had a great time.
That can't be true.
No, I liked how weird it got.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, all right. How about this for weird? Thank you, Bill Burr, for coming on my show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, well, that is our show. Thank you to Bill Burr, Anthony Tamanek, and Will Ferrell. Look, America, I know I always say I love you at the end, but to be honest, in the beginning, it was like a joke. It was a bet I had with my buddies, and then I really fell in love with you. Good night.
He's actually not only one of the funniest comics working today, his name is really fun to say. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Burr!
Thank you. How are you? How's it going? Still got some life in you? Awesome. I can't wait for these elections to be over. You know? It's like enough already. Just fucking pick somebody. How many more goddamn debates are gonna be, right? 1,000 points of light, health insurance trickling down, everybody gets applesauce. Doesn't matter. I want to find an honest guy. You know what I mean? Some guy is just gonna get on TV and be like, look, in order for this whole thing to work, at least 2/3 of you need to just go to the beach and walk into the ocean. There's only so much chicken and fresh water left. If you're not in that upper third, just be honest with yourselves. You know, they should have auditions. Whatever you do, you gotta audition to still be here, right? You're a plumber, fix that sink better than 70% of the other fuckers, and that's it. Put some wrenches in your pocket, go to the beach, and out you go. Yeah, straight across the board. Dentists, comedians, I'd do it. I'd stand in a line with a bunch of clowns, right? Tumblers and shit. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't. No, I take comfort in knowing that. There's no way I'm making it. I'm useless. I am. I'm 44, I'm not married, I don't have any kids. Why am I still here? Just another person taking up space. Walking into a Starbucks, oh, Sheryl Crow CD. Right? Why am I here? I have a horrible science background. Do you know cruise ships blow my mind? Blow my mind. I don't get how something that big and metal can float. I don't get it. Makes no sense. And there's always some nerd there to try to explain it. Well, the area times the mass. Oh, fuck you with your magic. I don't get it. It's got a smokestack. It's got an anchor. Right? Dude, explain the pool. How can you have a pool on a boat? You dug a hole in the boat, filled it with water, you got fat people going in it. That's game, set, and match. Speaking of nerds, when is the nerd epidemic just gonna end? Like, when is the nerd bubble just gonna burst? They're fucking everywhere. Every show, they got some guy with black frame glasses. Oh, I'm kind of awkward. I don't know how to talk to the opposite sex. Like, this is supposed to, like, inspire me? You know, when I was a kid, nerds had shame. They had shame. They had horrible days at school. They were stuffed in lockers, left there overnight reading whatever they could find. Then in the mornings, janitor let them out, and then they got the shit kicked out of them for wearing the same stuff 2 days in a row. Now they're walking around all proud, double pocket protectors, black socks yanked up. This is what happens when you get rid of bullying. It is. When you get rid of a species' natural predator, it just grows exponentially. Actually, nerd Jesus died in the last year, right? Steve Jobs. Yeah, he died, right? I know, a lot of nerds here tonight. I know, you're sad. I didn't get it. I didn't get the big deal they made about that guy. When he died, they were like, he changed the world. That was insane. He changed the world. The world was one way, and then Steve Jobs came, and it was another. What did he do? Somebody, for the love of God, what the fuck did that guy do? What did he do? He told other people what to invent? I want my entire music collection in that phone. Get on it! Right? And then these poor, nameless, faceless scientists got to go in a back room and figure it out. How the fuck are we going to get all of this into this? I mean, what year does this guy think this is? This is crazy. This is like Buck Rogers. Dude, my kid has a birthday in like 11 months. Steve Jobs just walking by. I don't hear any thinking going on in there. Just strutting around the office, eating some pretentious fruit like a pear, right? Just throwing out ideas. There's another one. There's another one I just came up with on the way to work. I was reading a magazine the other day, turning pages, you know? I like to turn pages on a screen that aren't even there. Yeah, wrap your fucking heads around that, guys. See you in 8 years. Where you going, Michael? Big, little, get on it. Right? And all these people slave away to make his vision come true. And then they have the big nerd fest, right? Down there, Comic-Con, and all their nerd mecca. They're all showing up with their Acne and their Hulk shirts, limping into the arena, right? Does Steve Jobs go out with a whole chorus line of scientists? No, he goes out there by himself. Sneakers and no belt, like it was no biggie, right? like he's Tesla, tapping into the atmosphere. I know, this is always uncomfortable. I know, you bought into it, right? That whole advertising, the way they aligned themselves with some of the greatest people of all time. Jesus, Gandhi, me. Remember that? Muhammad Ali, John Lennon, this guy. How the fuck was that dude like any of them? Gandhi didn't have a sweatshop. Nah, he didn't have people leaping to their deaths only to catch a net and get ricocheted back through the window to have to put together yet another iPad. John Lennon didn't have children in his basement pressing those fucking albums. I know. New phone can't fit the old charger. This is your hero? This is the guy? This is what all the silence is about? New phone can't fit the old charger, so then you gotta throw it out, ends up in the ocean around some octopus's neck. Do you realize how much sea life is ecstatic that that man is no longer walking the earth? That's where it all ends up, you know. Doesn't go in a landfill, ends up in the ocean. You realize that? I hate people who say I don't pollute. I don't pollute. Yeah, you do. You use shit and you throw it out. What do you think, because you put it in like a basket, it just poof, disappears? Everything you ever used is somewhere. You ever think about that? Remember that flannel shirt you bought back in the day when you got into Pearl Jam? That's out there somewhere. Probably on some porpoise's face. He's trying to get it off. Stupid little flippers. All the fads. You remember rollerblading? Remember that? Everybody had them. We set up cones, we did little tricks, right? One little homophobic joke killed that entire fad. What's the hardest thing about rollerblading? Telling your parents you're gay. Full-grown adults. Dude, I'm not gay. I don't have the cooties. These mean I suck dick. And they just threw them out. They end up in the ocean. They're made out of plastic. They can't biodegrade. They just break down to little cubes. Fish are breathing them in. 6 months later, you're going out, you're getting sushi. You think you're being healthy. You're eating your old rollerblades. All right, I'm out of time. You guys are great. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
All right, that's it. Now let me get on to the advice. Like I said, I got to blow through it this week. I apologize. Hey, Bill. So I was going out with this girl. She was real cute and real funny, and we had a lot in common. Oh, dude, this is a fucking weird story here. He goes, we had gone out 4 or 5 times, so I thought I was getting, semi-serious. Then one day she called me and told me we had to cancel a dinner we had planned for later that week. She had a legitimate reason, so I was like, fuck it. Well, just reschedule, no biggie, right? So later in the week, I call her and get her voicemail and leave her a message asking if she was free a certain day to have dinner. She never gets back to me. So I wait a few more days and I call her again. I end up leaving another message. Fucking nothing. Never calls me back. At this point, I wait about a week and call again and leave one more message. Not a goddamn thing. What the fuck? Who does that? Sorry, I got lost there. What the fuck? Who does that? Fucking at least call me. Tell me it's over. Tell me I'm lame. Say you have to wash your hair or your dog ate your love life, but fucking call. I've talked to my parents and friends and they have all consoled me and gave me advice or whatever, but I needed advice I wanted to get some advice from you. All right. Well, let's be honest. She took the easy way out. She obviously didn't want to see you anymore, obviously. And, yeah, she took the fucking easy way out. And who's getting who? Breaking up with somebody is one of the hardest things. The fear of it. I saw this thing on Intervention one time where they were talking about drug addicts. And they say, basically, they'll spend 20 years avoiding, 10 days of pain by continuing to medicate themselves, because in their head, the pain of going through getting clean is so fucking huge that they'll continue. They'll go through 20 years of fucking hell, And that's what relationships can be like, where people get into relationships and they want to break up with someone, they just don't know how to fucking do it, and they're just thinking, oh my God, I'm going to break this person's heart. They're going to cry. I'm going to feel horrible. And for guys, what if they start screaming and throwing shit and charging me, with assault? Because when they threw a bookcase at me, it bounced off my big forehead and then hit their big toe, So, I know this is going to sound fucked up, but she did you a favor in a weird, she obviously felt that there wasn't the connection to make it long-lasting. And I know she took the coward way out, but at least she figured out a way to get out of it before she fucking ripped your heart out of your chest. I mean, I know it probably sucked, but it didn't seem like, you had been going... You said you're going out 4 or 5 times, so I thought it was good. All right, so you went out like 4 or 5 times, dude. I mean, that's some shit. You can get over that at a keg party, Couple of fucking plastic 16-ounces... and you grab the fucking closest Hooters-looking chick, or whatever, talk a little bit of shit, You know, so she did you a favor, man. So I don't know how old you are, but this girl sounds like, you guys sound like you're young. And when you're young, you really don't know how to do it. The best way I found to do it, I mean, we actually should have like a fucking class on that, how to break up with somebody. First of all, you got to psych yourself up mentally to do it. And you just have to be like, all right, we're going to talk at 2. And my life is going to suck from about 2 to possibly 4:30 or 5. And I just have to understand that the next 3 hours of my life is going to suck. You know? It's kind of like if you had to fight a kid after school. You're like, okay, we're fighting around 3. By the time, I remember a buddy of mine used to always get into fights. That's what because I used to be like, dude, how the fuck do you fight like that? And he goes, I just think in an hour, I'm going to be home. I'm going to be in my bed. Everything's going to be fine. It's kind of the same way I look at, like, you know, if back in the day when I do a college gig and they just have me standing in a fucking hallway with no microphone. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be absolutely humiliating. But in an hour from now, I'll have my check and I'll be in my fucking, you know, Buick Skylark rented from Avis or whatever, and I'll be fucking driving away from here, and it'll just be a funny story. Who gives a shit? So that's kind of what you have to do. And you can't leave there's no daylight. And a great way to start is just to say that you're not happy. You know, I'm not happy. What do you mean? I'm not happy. You know, you're a great person. You can, you know, all of that type of stuff. I feel horrible. But, you know, it's not working for me, and I have to figure out why, and this just doesn't feel right anymore. You just get that out. And once you get that out, then the fucking tears and all the bullshit comes, and then you just got to stand there and take it. You know? And it's just getting through that first major fucking day of it, and then you got to have other conversations. It's fucking brutal. It's fucking brutal. So getting back to this, look, you know, you guys sound like you're young, and I just don't think that she has the mental ability to be like, yeah, listen, you know, we've gone out like 4 or 5 times. I think you're a really nice guy, but I just don't feel like it's going to go anywhere else. And who's kidding who? If she did that, you'd still be just as fucking pissed. But it is weird when they just disappear off the face of the earth like that. I've had that, man. I had the classic, she's in the shower. And her roommate sucked at lying and she's in the shower. Call back in a half an hour. And I called back in a half an hour. She's repairing her credenza. Call back in 17 minutes. And I called back in 17 minutes. Dude, I called. What a fucking moron. I must have called like 8 times. And then they finally stopped answering the phone. You know? You ever have that? Like you're avoiding somebody's call. And like you're thinking they're finally not going to call, and then the phone rings, and you literally get that little fucking heart attack in your chest. You're almost scared of the goddamn phone. Whatever, dude. She didn't know how to break up with you, and she did you a favor, dude, because she could have stuck with you for another 6 months, and you could have been walking around telling all your friends how much you love her and how great she is, and then she dumps you out of fucking nowhere, or bangs one of your friends. And then you could carry that shit around for 8 years. And you know what you do? You'd end up, you start going out hurting other girls who had nothing to fucking do with that. So, in a weird way, consider yourself lucky. You're out of it, you know? Why would you want to waste any more time with someone who's not into you anyways? You're absolutely right. It was fucked up. She should have called you, but she's just not at that level of maturity. And you got a life to lead, so there's no reason to carry it around anymore. You understand me? So you go out there, you have a couple of drinks, you talk some shit to some broads this weekend, and you put her fucking behind you. And it's football season. You know? Go fire up the fucking grill and forget about her. All right, here we go. Moving on. Next one. Bill, I watched a couple of your shows and videos. This might be the favorite name of anything I've ever advertised here, other than One White Charlie's. Sherry's Berries. It says insert story when you've given or received the gifts. Well, I've been out of town. I haven't gotten Sherry's Berries yet. All right, Sherry's Berries. Since the end of the year is all about delicious holiday food, why not send an extra special holiday treat to friends, family, business associates, everyone you know? I've never met a person who didn't love Sherry's Berries. Send giant dipped strawberries from Sherry's Berries
for only $19.99. That's over a 40% savings. Go to berries.com, click on the microphone, and type in Burr, B-U-R-R. For my listeners, double the berries for just $10 more. Berries are terrific and a sweet holiday gift. They also have delicious products such as Christmas cake pops, cheesecakes, and dipped pretzels. Here's the only way to get this special $19.99 Sherry's Berries offer. Call 866-FRUIT. I'm sorry. What the fuck am I selling? Did I approve this? This is fucking ridiculous. Who the fuck is gonna buy this shit? This is the funniest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. Christmas cake pops, cheesecakes, and dipped pretzels. Call 866-FRUIT, everybody. I'm sorry, 866-FRUIT-0-2. Or even better, visit berries.com. Oh, punch drunk. Oh, please spell out the words. Oh, by all means, berries, B-E-R-R-I-E-S, berries. Click on the microphone in the top right corner and type in Burr. You got to see these enormous berries for yourself. I swear to God, this is the copy. Go to berries.com, click on the microphone, and type in Burr. Type in Burr. Dip your balls and dip your berries in that. Don't wait now. Order some chocolate berries for the fucking person in your life. Oh, shit. I needed that. That was wonderful. I'm sure I'll get some complaints on that one. We need a conference call. Can't do it. I'm in Helsinki. Hey, you cunts better buy some Sherry's Berries because I'm going to get in trouble with that fucking read, and I'm not changing it because that was hilarious. Wiping tears away here. And my apologies to berries.com. I didn't look at the copy before I read that. I'm too fucking immature to read shit like that. I'm sure you have wonderful chocolate-covered berries. All right?
All right. Cheating. Hey, Bill. Word on the street is you're the male version of Oprah, so hear me out. You know, that's actually insulting to Oprah, all right? I've got this lady I'm fooling around with now and then. She has a boyfriend but doesn't seem to mind hooking up with me when I ask her to. Yeah, that chick's a fucking nightmare, dude. Before we even go, you're not going to have a relationship with her. If she cheats on someone, she'll end up cheating on you. And every time you fuck her, you're risking one of these times that boyfriend's going to find out, and he might show up with a tire iron and, remodel your face. Anyways, when we met, she never wants to go further than second base, saying that would be cheating. Last night, I went to her house to pick her up for a party. Dude, there's not another woman out there that you could pick up for a party? What are you doing, dude? Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be the guy who fucking plays with the tits of some fucking broad that has a boyfriend? Come on. There's nothing makes a guy weaker than fucking easy pussy. Easy pussy has brought down more goddamn men. The layup piece of ass. Because we're lazy. Anyways, before we made it, and when I say we're lazy, I mean human beings in general. All right, ladies, before you fucking pat yourself on the back and make your tits shake. Last night, I went to her house to pick her up for a party. Before we made it in the car, I had her up against my car. We were making out like World War II ended. I then suggestively opened the door to the back seat. But instead of entering, she asked me if I loved her or if I just wanted sex. Yeah, dude, this girl's crazy. I neither confirmed nor denied either of those questions. Yeah, that's stupid. That's a great lie. That's great. All right. This is just straight across this is a linear story. Begins with deceit, goes into deceit, and it's going to end with it. I just went back to kissing her. After she got drunk at the party. Jesus. And you're sitting there like a fucking wolf waiting for her to get hammered. We talked again, and she said she was willing to dump her boyfriend and have sex with me if I just told her that I love her. and want to be with her. I actually don't, but I really want to bang this chick. I was thinking about just saying I love her and then dumping her after we banged, but I guess that would be kind of a dick move. Yeah, it would be. But everybody's got to take responsibility for their actions. This fucking woman is setting herself up for this shit. My moral compass has no needle, Bill. Help me out. Greetings from Belgium. I hope you were able to read that fluently as you always do. Look at this guy, fucking sarcastic in a second language. Yeah. Listen, do you really want to be this guy? If you believe in karma, that's a really bad thing to do. All right? You're being lazy. Okay, this girl's obviously damaged. There's something wrong with her. And if you do what you're thinking of doing just so you can bang her, you're really going to devastate her. And is it worth devastating another human being just to fucking bang her? Here's one for you. This is classic, all right? This is not my advice. This is standard advice, okay? Here's the deal. Why don't you rub one out to her and afterwards immediately think about what you're doing and the way you're going to be getting this girl, and ask yourself if you really want to do it. All right? And then act accordingly. And if you still want to do it, please don't ever get a job in a corporation, because you will move up that ladder in 20 seconds. Oh, my God, he's a sociopath. He has no feelings. He doesn't care about people. Let's give him a corner office. All right, size issues. Oh, Jesus, here we go again. Maybe you need a motorcycle. All right. Size issue. ¿Qué pasa, Bileonardo? Hola, Bileonardo. ¿Qué pasa? Ocho. We all know your disability to read properly. Well, you know what? You don't even know how to write a sentence properly. Half of this shit is I get too far in front of myself, and the other half is you guys don't know how to write a fucking sentence. We all know your disability to read properly. Is that even written correctly? Or am I a moron again? We all know you have a disability when it comes to reading properly. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? So I don't give a fuck. So I'm going to give it my best shot to keep it very short. Look at you coming with the arrogance like you have all life figured out, right? You got something tattooed on your rib cage. As you may have read the subject title of this email, you may already know where this is heading. Yeah, you seem pretty cocky for a guy with a little dick. He says, I recently got into an argument with my girlfriend, who I've been with for a little more than 2.5 years, where she told me that she wished I had a bigger dick. Oh, man. Yeah, that relationship is over, dude. That relationship is over one of two ways. Either one, she's just trying to be so fucking mean to you that you break up with her because she doesn't want to be the bad guy, or she's just such a fucking self-involved human being that she doesn't realize like how mean that is. That'd be like you said, yeah, I like you, I wish your tits were bigger. That would just be the meanest fucking thing. Why would you say that to somebody that you cared about? That's a horrible thing to say, sir. You know what? You started off as an arrogant cunt. Now I'm feeling bad for you. Dude, that's not the mother of your kids. Just take the dick out of the equation. What if you just said your nose is too big? That's just fucking, that's just something a terrible person says. She goes, I was shocked to hear this and didn't know what to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the first time she ever mentioned my penis size. Also the first time in my life, by the way, I guess anybody's ever brought it up. To be honest, I don't know that I'm not well endowed with my 5.5-inch rocket. You're a little below average, sir. I'm not going to lie to you. Now I'm being mean. You know, you can grab the rim, but you can't stuff it home, if you know what I mean. And I did have insecurities about it in the past, but learned to accept it and moved on. I never heard any of my former bed partner girls complain, and the sex was usually great. I know that it may sound ridiculous, but those few words were heartbreaking to hear and put a big giant stain on my confidence. Yeah, that's a terrible thing that she said. I haven't felt like having sex ever since she made that remark, and I am afraid it's going to be a while. I haven't spoken to her since the argument, since I work a lot, we don't live together. I know it's a stupid thing to be upset about. No, it isn't, sir. You're 100% in the right. 100% in the right. And he goes, and I usually don't really care about penis sizes, but hearing that you're small from your own girlfriend is a whole other story. I'm typically not that guy that gets back at her by pointing out her physical flaws, but I don't know where to go from here. It's even been difficult texting with her. What do I do, Bill? Got any advice? Okay, you said you don't know where to go from here? I can tell you exactly where to go. Right out her front fucking door. That's it. It's a wrap, sir. It's a wrap, okay? Now listen, I'm not saying that she's wrong for wanting a bigger dick, okay? Like, she needs more to satisfy her or whatever, or she just wants to go out and bang some fucking big dick dude at this point. All right? You know, but her tact is wrong, okay? You would accept it yourself, which is one of the greatest things you can do that leads towards being happy every day, which leads you to treating the people around you respectfully, which leads them to treating you respectfully, which leads to more happiness. She fucked with the core of your happiness. You know? You felt good about yourself. She pointed out something and made you feel horrible about yourself. It's one of the worst fucking things she could have done as far as mentally to you. And right now, the last thing you want to do is go out and say the same thing to her. All right? If you really want to do, just paraphrase what the fuck I just said. It just I don't know. And I would just leave it at that. And the childish thing to do, this is what, if you really want to get her back, just say, and the childish thing for me to do would point out some of your physical flaws. And the great thing is you leave it ambiguous. Okay? And I guarantee you, she's going to be in a bathroom mirror staring at herself, if you want to get mean. Okay? But, you know what but I got to tell you something, what's even better, you got to have this, what's known as the self-esteem breakup. Okay? Which you're totally in the right here, and you just say, listen, all right, what you said to me, I used to feel good about myself, and what you said to me messed with the core of my own happiness and how I feel about myself. And that's not what I'm looking for in a girlfriend or a potential wife, and I just can't see you ever being a good mother. If you would say something like that. It's just something along those lines. I don't know. I keep going mean. Don't go mean. Whatever the fuck I just said. I was just trying to paraphrase what the fuck I said. But, dude, this is... You should feel good about yourself, all right? You know, you're not a porn star, but you're also, you know, you're not like... you're not what she's making you out to be here, all right? That's it. You're still in the game, sir, okay? You're not part of the starting five. Hey, neither am I. You know, but you and I, we come off that bench, okay? We're the kind of guys. We're the guys that go in the corners, right? Yeah, man, that's you're 100% advice. My advice would be that this girl is not anywhere near the level of maturity she needs to be, and might never even get to that level. The only redeeming thing that I can say to her is she has such a difficult time doing what she wants to do in life that maybe she wanted to break up with you for a while and she didn't know how to do it and it was building up and then there was just an argument and then she just said that. Or, I don't know. Have you said anything to her? I have no idea. Oh, it's funny. He says, thanks for the weekly podcast. You have no idea what it means to me. See you in Amsterdam. Well, from what this other guy was writing, sir, there's a bunch of beautiful ladies out there in Amsterdam. Yeah, dude. The fuck? They're all riding bikes. They're in great goddamn shape. Go out and go find yourself a sweetheart. All right? All right. All right, questions. All right, Bill, I have a question for you. I was hoping you might be able to shine some insight on this. I have this great friend that's a girl. Mistake. And we get along great, and we have never had any sort of sexual tension. Fucking up. Or interest, despite her being attractive. All right, dude, right there, you're either gay or you're an idiot. And I'm giving you some tough love here. That's a fucking stupid situation to be involved in. That's stupid. All right? Unless you're using her to attract other females to get you fucking laid. Let's see if this is the case. I will continue reading. So, she has this smoking hot friend. Oh, there we go. That I'd met a few times and always flirted with, but it's just been overall friendly. So this chick calls me up one night, and I'm at the bar at like midnight and asks if I want to stay up drinking with her, and she'd come pick me up. So obviously I agree. Things go very good, and we have a few drinks and flirt. And when I make my move, she gets all upset, like I should have known she just wants to be friends when she calls me up at midnight to stay up drinking with her alone. After the incident, the bitch still has the balls to ask to sleep over. Since then, I have noticed all her friends are trying to be my friend when all I want to do is rail the shit out of them. Bill, I was hoping you could shine some light on the situation and help me out. Yeah, dude. Never have a friend as a female. You know, you always got to be fucking them. That's the only reason to be around them. You know? I know that sounds really sexist, but, you know, I'm speaking from me. There's no fucking point in hanging out with that level of frustration if you're not having sex with them. And if they're actually like a good friend, then that's the one that you should... I mean, that's the ultimate. If you're banging them and they're also a great friend, that's the one you marry. Because you got a connection there, right? But if you just... I mean, they're using you as like a live teddy bear. And, yeah, the next time they call up, just be like, no, I can't hang out tonight. Why? What are you doing? I'm going to go out and try to get some ass tonight. I know I'm not getting any from you. And it's frustrating because you're hot and I want to bend you over every piece of fucking furniture in my apartment. Oh, my God, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, well, I just did. Are you going to come over here and fuck me? Well, then great. I have to go. Why are you being so mean? I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. Okay? You know how many times I've jerked off to you? It's annoying. That you just, I'm telling you, like, that's a little aggressive, but that's what you have to start doing. You just have to be straightforward and honest, and don't do it like I just said it. Do it how you can do it and pull it off, and you just say it like that. Just be like, yeah, I want to go out, I want to try to get laid tonight. All right? And I go out with you, and you're not fucking me, and then other girls see me with you, and they think that I am fucking you, which I'm not, and I end up going home dry humping my futon, you know? And it's really fucking with my self-esteem. Okay? So that's it. So basically, what are you saying? You're saying that if I don't suck your cock, you don't want to hang out with me? Yes, that is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Your conversations are awful. You know, I'm sure they're interesting to other females, but not to me. I don't want to talk about that shit. I could give a shit about the hills, the OC, the ocean, or whatever the fuck other stupid show you want. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I want to fuck you. Okay? It's right there. You know what it is? You ever watch the World Series of Poker when you go all in? That's what you do. Just say what the fuck you want to do. You push all your chips in, then you stand up and you start walking around. You wait for that next card to drop. You see what the fuck happens. Yeah, dude. That's my advice. Get out of that whole circle of, yeah, he's like a big teddy bear. Fuck that. Fuck that. All right? You're not a teddy bear. Well, you are one right now. You got to stop being that guy. So fuck all of them. Go, where are your guy friends? What are they doing? Go hang out with them. Go get a fucking wingman. Get yourself back in the game. And go out there and talk some shit. Hit on some girl you don't give a fuck about so you can practice not giving a fuck. And just say a bunch of shit that you would never say to some girl that you gave a shit about. And because you don't give a fuck if the girl says no. Start with that. You know, always wear a condom. And that's it. That's what I would do. That's what I should have done. I didn't. I just have that knowledge now because I'm fucking... have I ever been you know, someone I was never the friend, but I was definitely the douchebag. I was definitely the not even pussy whipped. It wasn't even pussy whipped. It was just I couldn't fucking speak up for myself. I was afraid of having a confrontation. And then by the time I had the final confrontation, I was like, ah! And it was like fucking a year worth of shit, and we broke up. But that's a whole nother...
Let's keep the comedy rolling all the way from the United States of America, Mr. Bill Burr.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Thanks a lot. How's it going? Great. It's nice to be here. I'm at that age where everybody I know is getting married. Let me ask you a question. Why the hell do people keep getting married? You know what I mean? Isn't anybody looking at the stats? You know what I mean? 3 out of 4 marriages go right down the shitter, right? If you were going skydiving and they told you 3 out of 4 parachutes weren't gonna open, you'd be like, yo, fuck that, I'm not going. Like, I don't like those odds. I have a 75% chance of splatting on the ground. But there's something about getting married. People just have to do it, right? They're just like, is this the line to lose half my shit? Awesome. This is gonna be great. No, I'm just kidding. I love women. I'm just not compatible with them. No, they got too much energy for me. You notice I said they always have to be doing something. You know, like they can't like take a day off, you know? You can't have a day off when you have a girlfriend. They just like see that open day. They're like, oh my God, let's fucking fill it up with shit. They just come at you with like one horrible idea after another. They have the worst ideas. They do. You ever get to this one, they'll be like, you want to go to brunch? You want to go to brunch on Sunday? And inside you're like, fucking no! But you can't say that. You got to keep her happy, right? So what do? You agree? Yeah, let's go to brunch. What a great idea. Why would you want to sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $52 for eggs? Now you're thinking. Then we can sit around and listen to your friends have moronic conversations about the eggs, you know, like, is that pesto? Is that pesto in your omelet? Oh, it's asparagus. It's asparagus. I thought it was pesto. I was dating this girl recently. She was like really into like women's issues, you know? Because women always go on TV, you know, they say all they want is to be treated exactly like guys. But if you listen to them, they don't. All they want is the good shit of being a guy. They're cherry picking. They look at a guy's life like it's like a buffet, right? Like you just can start picking out stuff, like same amount an hour, we'll take some of that. Pay for the movie, fuck that. You can keep that one, I don't like that one. This is nice, that's yucky, that's icky. Hey, come on, people, you can't choose. This girl gives me shit. She goes, well, why does a guy make more an hour to do the exact same job? I go, I'll tell you why. Because in the unlikely event that we're both on a Titanic and it starts to sink, for some fucked up reason, you get to leave with the kids and I have to stay. That's why I get the $1 more an hour. No, it's a $1 an hour surcharge. You hear a bump in the night, I gotta go check it out. Like, yes, he does have a knife. Anytime there's a hostage situation, who do they negotiate for? Well, at least let the women and children go. Well, what about me? You think I want to stay in the vault? Those 20 other sweaty guys sharing a bag of peanuts, you know? Praying to God I'm not the hostage who gets dragged out by the psycho with a gun to my head as he's asking the cops for a helicopter. Which I know he's not going to get, right? I know he's not getting the helicopter. So now I gotta make idle conversation with the 38 to my head going, dude, go for rent-a-car. I think you should go for the rent-a-car. See what I'm saying? Where are all those feminists then? You can't find them. They had no feminists in a house fire. You can take the most hardcore feminist, you know, some chick right in your face, you chauvinistic son of a bitch, you know, little short, little haircut, you know. Second those flames break out, she'll twist those little hairs into pigtails. Oh, I'm just a girl. I want to go play jump rope. No, that's why I hated that movie, the Titanic. Every girl I meet thinks that movie's romantic. It's irritating. I think, that was really romantic, don't you think? It's like, no! It's a fucking horror film. And they're always like, why? I'm like, because all the guys die. See, you're watching it trying to relate, going, who would I be? You'd be that chick floating away in the big piece of luggage, right? I'm watching it going, who would I be? I'd be that dude when, like, the boat breaks in half, that dude who, like, falls straight down and bangs off the shit and goes in the water. That's who I'd be. I'd be wearing a tuxedo, not because I wanted to, but you wanted to dress up that night, right? I'd be falling the whole way down going, I should have fucked that chick in first class. All right, listen, I'm out of time. You guys are a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Good night. Thank you.
The very funny Bill Burr.
So I've been seeing this girl recently, this black girl, right? She lives up in Harlem, you know, gone out like 3-4 times, you know. First time we hung out in like the Village area in New York, you know, which is sort of like a racially mixed area. So shit was cool, you know what I mean? Second time we hung out was more like Midtown, you know. Then the third time, she called me at like 3:30 in the morning, and she wanted me to come up to her apartment, right? So it's 3:30 in the morning, she lives in Harlem, I look how I look, so it's a fucking situation. Yeah, because you know the deal, right? Basically, a white dude feels comfortable up to about like 98th, 99th Street, you know what I'm saying? The second the streets start getting into like triple digits, like 100, 101st Street, start getting like a little asthma, like, oh, fuck, it's starting to get a little high up here. You feel that little tightness in your chest? Can you feel that? 106th Street, you're like leaning on shit, like, dude, where'd all the cabs go? How come there's no taxis up here? Dude, what's a bodega? I don't know what that is. Let's get the fuck out of here. So I'm praying to God she's gonna tell me to take the subway, get off at like 105th Street, 103rd, you know, which is like the first stop in Harlem where I can still look over my shoulder and see like all the white people like disappearing over the horizon, you know? But she goes, no, man, you want to get on the Uptown 2-3 train, you want to get off at 125th Street. I'm like, God, fuck, 125th Street. Jesus Christ, that's like right in the middle of everything. I'm gonna be surrounded on all four sides. I can't fucking do this. So, at this point, I'm really trying to hide like the bitchy tone that's starting to creep into my voice, you know? And I'm trying to ask for really specific directions for when I get up there, because I want to know exactly where I'm going. So she starts naming the streets I have to go down, and every other street up there is named after like a black leader, you know? She's like, make a left on Adam Clayton, take a right on Frederick Douglass. I'm like, ah, fuck Adam Clayton. Yo, dude, go on the internet, look up Adam Clayton. Did he kill a bunch of white people during the slave revolt? Dude, I ain't going up there till I know what Adam Clayton did. Fuck this shit. So at this point, I'm really having a battle with myself. Because I'm thinking I can't do this, right? I'm like, I can't do this, but my dick's going, no, come on, man, we can do this, all right? Just relax. Pull yourselves together and get on the goddamn train, right? So as always, I listen to my dick. Oh yeah, I get on the train. By the time I get up there, it's like 5 or 4 in the morning, right? I'm staying on like Malcolm X and like Danny Glover or some shit, right? I don't even know where the hell I'm at. But I see the street I want to go up. I want to go up St. Nick. I can literally see her apartment building, but there's like 5 or 6 black dudes standing right on the corner, right where I want to walk by. So I'm like, fuck! Felt like I was on like some reality show at that point, like some sort of like white guy survivor. It was ridiculous. So I'm thinking, I gotta walk right by these guys, right? You know what's funny? I think that they were actually more surprised to see me than I was scared, you know? And I was really, really scared, you know, but I'm also really, really white, you know? Like shockingly Caucasian. You know what I mean? Like if you're not ready for me, I can like surprise you. No, especially if you live up there. You've probably seen a white person for hours, possibly days. So when I show up, it's almost like magical. Like a leprechaun came out of nowhere, you know? Felt like I should have like a little pot of gold, like a rainbow behind me. Top of the morning to you, like it. Kind of danced my way past them. But it's been going all right, you know? Once I get in her apartment, I'm fine, you know? I relax. Sit down, you know, watch a hip-hop countdown. Pretend like I know the groups, you know what I mean? It's just getting there that's a fucking pain in the ass. But, you know, I don't get mad at it, because I figure, you know, black dudes got to go through the same shit, though, right? When you go out to the suburbs, go fuck a white girl, right? Just that same awful feeling of just leaving your people behind, you know, just less and less of you as you're fucking driving out there. Probably start off lean and you're all fucking cool. 20 minutes in, you're driving like 10 and 2. The radio's out like, dude, I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit at all. There's too much grass. I don't see any rims. This is fucked up. None of the windows are tinted. I can clearly see white people in every car. This is fucked up. Listen, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. God bless you. Thank you very much.
I hope you found that educational. Now to bring on a man I'm thrilled to have here. As I mentioned, this comic is simply one of the best in the world. We're thrilled to welcome Bill Burr. What's up, man? How are you?
I know, it's confusing. Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I would have dressed up more. I know.
I
Look
know.
at him. You got the pocket square, too? You're killing me.
Wait, I don't even own this suit.
Well, looks like you do. Looks tailor-made. Little snazzy socks going on.
Thank you. Oh, my legs. It is great to have you here. I'm a big fan myself, and you've been doing comedy a long time.
Yes, I have.
Yeah. I meant that in a good way. How do you think Breaking Bad's going to end?
You know what? I have no idea, because whenever I do the show, like, all they do is they just give me my little scene.
Right.
So I'm as big a fan as anybody. So it was such a thrill when I finally, I kept bugging my agent, trying to get on, and I finally got a little part on there. It was like getting sucked into the TV. And I remember when they had the clapper, you know, before they go in the action thing, I saw it said Breaking Bad, and I couldn't believe I was there. And so I get little tidbits of information, but I have no idea.
Right, but you're a smart guy. So,
oh, he's pandering now, isn't he?
I know, you like that? But
Yeah.
you're brilliant. You're a genius. Is there any clues while you're on set? Does Aaron Paul go home early any days? That's what I'm asking. You know, when they're shooting the last episode, you know? Did you hear a director go, all right, we're stabbing Skylar now? Like, did you?
No, they keep it really, really under wraps. I know what you know. That's
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even I wouldn't want to know either.
Yeah.
People are saying you're the next Louis C.K., not in a stylized sense, but in like
I'm a balding redhead.
Yeah.
Other than that.
Ron Howard, Louis C.K., Bill Burr.
Yeah, you got to watch out for us balding redheads. We're coming on. I think that's pretty much where the comparison ends, as far as I'm concerned, because I am a huge fan of Louis, and when I learned from him, like, that guy he's the generation or so in front of me. He's also doing like one of the greatest shows on TV, writing, directing, acting in it, and all that. So
Yeah.
he's putting me to shame. That's what I'm saying.
You're on one of the greatest shows on TV right now.
I do stand up in strip malls. That's what I do. That's what I do. And occasionally I get some acting work, which is cool.
A lot of people know about that famous, that when you took it out on Philly, because they were a bad crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Your famous rant,
Yep.
which you've since said you like Philadelphia, and that wasn't the issue. You were just giving...
People in Philly don't even remember. Basically, if you haven't seen it, I was doing a show for the Opie and Anthony radio program, and they had this show called The Traveling Virus, and we were doing these like 10,000 seaters, and we went to Philly, and they're notorious for booing people, and they booed the first guy off stage, and I went on like 3 hours after that. So by the time I got up there, it was a complete shit show. And I don't know, they started booing, and I snapped and decided I wasn't going to leave, and I just attacked everything that they loved.
And well.
Yeah. And you know what? They're so twisted. They actually they enjoyed it, and then when I came back to Philly, they do it so much they don't even remember. They were like, "Oh, yeah." You know, I mean, I've seen them boo. I saw them boo. What was that? Destiny's Child. I saw them boo.
For what?
Because it was a bad management move. They sang at the NBA Finals. The 76ers were playing the Lakers. So I still remember it. They all came out, and they were wearing these sexy glitter, like, NBA outfits. And one had a glitter NBA one. Another had a glitter Philadelphia 76er one. And then the other one had a glitter Los Angeles Lakers one for some stupid reason.
Oh.
So it was clearly they were like, we don't have a dog in the fight. We don't care. We're whoring ourselves out for the NBA. So they start singing the song, and this comic, Keith Robinson, who's from Philly, calls me up. He's like, you watching this? Because we knew it was coming. And I just remember they ended the song, however it ends, you know, and you, bootylicious, it ends. And then they just go, and the whole crowd just goes, boo! And for half a second, you saw, who's the Jay-Z's wife there? She just,
Beyonce.
Yeah, she just goes, like that, and they immediately went to commercial. And I remember watching it, I was like, yeah, I've been there. No, I was mad that they cut to commercial because I wanted to see if she did what I did. Like, you know what?
You are sort of crazy. You're the only small gun advocate I know. You're like everyone's like, knowing you shouldn't have guns. Some people are like, everybody needs a gun. You're like, get a small gun.
Yeah.
Only if the apocalypse happens.
No, you get like a 22. It's perfect.
Yeah. Which I think you feel like the day the power goes out, you're gonna have to shoot all your neighbors.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're under.
I don't want to like die hiding in the cabinets in my kitchen. You know what I mean? I would like to take somebody with me. I'm not saying
then I'm gonna go hunt somebody down, right? But like, you know, and you guys might look at this like this is some crazy gun nut American, you know, but I'm on to you guys where there's something going on up here. I don't know what it is, but like, you know, you lose a hockey game and you like burn down your city, like a riot. It seems so trivial, but that's like, yeah, they always, what is that thing where they say a riot is an expression of, I'm too stupid to remember how
I don't know.
I know this. I know you're not nearly as happy as Michael Moore tried to make you out in that movie. Like, oh, everybody's up here, you know, just having a good time and leaving their doors unlocked. Nobody ever gets smashed over the head with a bottle. It was such...
Oh, no.
It just drove me nuts. You guys play enough hockey up here, you get that violent tendency out.
Oh, yeah. They make us try to play hockey. Yeah. And then based on this...
I'm a huge fan of hockey. I love it. And I love that people don't get it down in the States. I love it. I love it. Why do they let them fight? I can't see the puck. It's like music to my ears. It's like, good, yeah, get out of here. Let's just get out of here. Let me watch it in peace.
Do you remember when they lit up the puck for a few years on
Fox
TV?
News, yeah.
That was you guys.
Do you know? No, but the NHL... Well, no, wait a minute. Time out. The NHL is you guys too. So all the owners had to agree with that. And you all had to be like, we gotta like expand this thing.
We thought we'd funnel money into Canada and keep it here, but you guys took it over, like you tend to do. But
well, I'm not going to apologize for that.
No, you're big on the,
I mean, that's just business, dude. You're acting like we came and knocked you on the head. You know what we're about.
Wait
a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a second. Fellow white person, not native to this country. How did you guys get this up here? Did the Native Americans go, oh, well, we like these white guys. You can have all that land? Jesus Christ. No, I get it. Your shit smells like maple syrup up here. Is that what you're telling me? All right. Yeah. I'll go with it.
We'll be back with more with Bill Burr.
Yeah, the teams are coming back.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Up next, more with Bill Burr, who raves about his love for fantasy hockey teams.
I don't ever want to be that guy in the bar where the other team scores. And everybody's like, and you're like, oh, but he's on my fantasy team.
Dude. What are you doing? Huel. Hey, quit screwing around. We are here to do a job, not channel Scrooge McDuck. You hearing me?
I hear you.
Dude. Screw it.
How great is that? How great was that? Like,
that was fun. That scene was a lot of fun to do, and you know, everything on that show is so top shelf, and we were getting a lot of laughs off camera when we were doing it. They were trying to do, when we were laying on the money, they said that they wanted to kind of be almost doing like a homage to like pillow talk after sex, except it was more like your love of money, and so just the two of us laying there.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, because did they let you go?
I didn't get Scrooge McDuck. I didn't get it.
That sounds like a you reference.
No, that was theirs,
you?
and I was sitting there going, Scrooge McDuck, I don't get that. And then, so I just delivered it like I understood it, and then I did that a lot on that show. Like when I had to talk about like chemicals, like benzene, nitrobenzene, I just would stress it like nitrobenzene, like I didn't have any idea what it was. But it worked because I was playing a guy conning people, so it was kind of funny that in real life and in the character, I had no idea what I was talking about. But anyways, the Scrooge McDuck line, like the next day on Twitter, I got like all these emails. Scrooge McDuck, did you come up with that? LOL, that was hilarious. I was like, ugh, I must.
It sounds like a you. It sounds like you
fooled them again. I was too afraid to say it on set too that I don't get it because I was like, they're not going to bring me back. They're going to think I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, Scrooge McDuck, that's a good line. Okay.
So they want you to sound off on some people quickly. What's your opinion on Miley Cyrus?
I don't really know who she is.
That's good enough for me.
No, I don't mean that in a mean way. I think, but I obviously saw like her with the pigtails and sticking her tongue out. I didn't think the dance she did was any more sexual than anything else that I saw throughout the years on that thing. I think what creeped people out was she was a child star, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you see her grown up, and it's just undeniable at this point that someone's banged her. And I think that
really kind of messed with people. Like, she knew how to move. She's a woman now, and you know what? You guys need to get over it, all right? It's her body. I don't know. Like, back in the day, if you thought somebody sucked, you know, you just told your friends. You weren't able to, like, contact them and try to weird them out while they're eating toast, you know?
Yeah.
You know? So, no, that was like right when I thought I had built up a tough enough skin on stage. That was a new tough skin that you had to develop, was when, you know, MySpace and all those things came out, and you were like, oh, this is a great way to connect with fans, thinking it was going to be all, all nice stuff, and then the first time it happens to you, you're just not ready. You get like 25 great things, and then that one awful one, and you're just like, because there's always a little bit of truth in it.
Yeah.
With your big, stupid head. You know how many times you say you know? You're like, I know. I keep saying you know. I suck. And it just starts messing with you. But then you start thinking about that person. Like, well, I bet they do something, you know? They probably do something bad. Maybe they suck at driving or something. They have things to work on.
When you see someone who hates you, you ever go to their Twitter feed and they just hated everything they did that day? They're like, Bill Burr,
no, but I will attack him. I had one guy, he said, when are you coming to Dallas, you fucking ginger? And then I clicked on his picture and he was overweight. So I just wrote back, I was there in April, you tub of shit. And he didn't write me back, and I felt good. I felt good knowing that I hurt him. Like, I'm really anti that whole somebody gets offended by a joke and then you go and apologize. Because the second you apologize, then you make that person right, like you meant it maliciously. If you're being malicious, apologize. But if you're not being malicious, you should not apologize on you know. And I find that people who get offended in crowds are very selfish. They're selfish. They'll sit there for 40 minutes and everything's funny. And then it comes to their neck of the woods, then all of a sudden you're making statements. You're not making jokes anymore. Right?
Like,
oh,
yeah.
Like, you know who gets offended by fat jokes? Fat people. Right? You make fun of animals, the PETA people get mad. You make fun of gays, the gay people will get mad. Not saying alls, but they do, right? Yeah. But like the PETA people never stick up for homophobia. Right. You know, the Asian group doesn't come at you when you're whatever, making fun of fatties, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, and I'm sitting here, they have like Kick a Ginger Day. People are telling us we're dying out. I mean, who's sticking up for me? So, you know, go f*** yourselves.
All right, fantasy hockey draft. Who do I pick first?
I don't play fantasy. I'll if you want to play pickup hockey, I'll do that. But I don't ever want to be that guy in the bar where the other team scores. And everybody's like, and you're like, oh, but he's on my fantasy team. I have this team. In my biggest fantasies, this would be the team. It's just the worst thing. I like to know in the stats because I used to collect football cards and stuff like that when I was a kid, and I knew where they went to school, and you know that. I like that aspect of it, but I just couldn't go over all my friends' house and have a mock draft. Like, I stopped playing Cowboys and Indians when I was a kid. Like, it's like, you know, once you're an adult, you should either go out and do it or, you know.
Which, you actually play.
Watch somebody do it.
You play hockey, though, yeah.
Pickup hockey, but I only started in 2010. I'm like upper horrible. That's what I'm at. But I play with a lot of guys that are better than me, so it's been a good thing. I can skate pretty good, but I equate my stick handling to like texting while driving. It's a lot of this, so it gets puck gets taken away from me real quick.
Thank you so much for being here, and check out Bill Burr, BillBurr.com, and listen to his podcast. Bill Burr, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Comedy at JFL 42. The festival is moving along so fast, and one of the best of the new generations of comedians, John Mulaney, is in town. He'll be joining us on Thursday's show. Yeah. Yes. Tomorrow, our guests are opinionated actress-comedian Janine Garofalo, the hilarious Andy Kindler, and Match Game panelist and Juice Pig, or was he Corky? Sean Cullen will be here. Yes. For Comedy at JFL 42, I'm Graham Chinden. Good night.